Hey everybody, it's Roger from Roger's Reviews, and got one more package to open today. Let's see what this is. They're getting better with these packages. It's getting to the point where you can't even open them. You have to have a knife or a razor knife just to open these things. They should make them to where you can reuse them instead of making them to where you can't reuse them. Alright. This is... what is this? I've been having problems with fuel coming up missing around the shop, so I keep pretty good track of my fuel, and I know when it's leaving the shop. So I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but I have an old truck and this part broke off, and I was wondering if I could lock it. What I usually do, I just tighten it real tight, and also too, I just like to lock everything that has my fuel in it, or my oil, or my anything that you can tamper with as far as getting into the engine compartments, because one, it protects you from buying extra fuel, because I've had times in the past where I would hire people and they'd have diesel trucks, and I used to have off-road diesel, and they would steal my fuel. They'd put the off-road diesel in their tanks. So, needless to say, I don't do that anymore. I pretty much sold all my equipment that uses diesel. I've sold my chipper and my stump grinder. It uses diesel. The only thing left that uses diesel is my 2 mini skids, because I have a gas grinder now. So basically every time I go to the gas station in the morning, I just top everything off. That way I have fresh diesel, and there's less chance of you know, old fuel or water separation. So, and then I just change my filters out more regularly, and since I've been doing that, I haven't had a problem with you know, basically fuel coming up missing, or fuel separation, or basically problems with my equipment. I used to carry you know, 10 or 20 gallons of diesel and 10 or 20 gallons of gas, and just for emergency purposes. But if you go to the gas station every day, there's no reason for that. One of the reasons too was, you know, I was afraid, like during the hurricane or the storm, basically what would happen is you know, the gas stations would be closed, or they wouldn't be selling more fuel, and we only have enough fuel for a couple days. Like if you fill up all your equipment, you only have like maybe a week that you can run without having fuel. So I'd always keep an extra, you know, 10 or 20, 30, 40, 50 gallons of gas, and, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 gallons of diesel. Well, it kept coming up missing. So basically, I stopped carrying extra fuel. I just put gas in the tanks, put gas in my machines, and that's it. I don't keep any spares. I keep a gas can with us, but like I said, we can go about a week and a half if I top off every day. So it's a pretty good chance we're not going to be low on fuel, but I can always get fuel later. But anyway, if you guys have a small business and you have employees, the best thing to do is lock up your fuel, lock up your oil. Get a cabinet, you can lock up your bar and chain oil, you can lock up everything. The last employee I had, when he left, a couple things came up missing. Made the mistake of letting him go through my truck and organize stuff. Well, he organized it and took what he wanted. But anyway, this is the gas cap for an older top kit, Chevy top kit. We have a bucket truck, and the cap's pretty old, so you can go online and still get these old style caps, and you can get them with a locking mechanism. So basically you can protect your fuel, and you can also protect people from dumping stuff in your fuel. So just to protect yourself all the way around, make sure you have locking gas caps or some way to lock everything up, so that way nobody can get into your fuel and make it really hard for them to do so. So basically if your fuel goes down or your gas gauge goes down, you'll know exactly who did it. I have cameras all over my shop, so if anything happens and someone denies it, all I gotta do is go back over the cameras. So anyway, it's good to have security at your shop. It's good to have everything locked down, and we only have like one guy at the shop, so basically if something happens, I know who's responsible. So anyway, it's sad to be like that, but the more secure your shop is, the more secure your equipment is, and the less people around, the better. I used to have we had 20 employees, and everybody points the finger at someone else. So if you have a bunch of people in there and you can't trust some of them, you're gonna have a lot of headaches. And no matter how many locks you put on there, if you have a bunch of people around, they're gonna figure out how to get into it. But if you have just a handful, or like I do, 1 or 2 people that have access, and then a lot of them don't have access to everything, they just have access to like where they need to be, that's the best way to go. And I just recently pulled a couple keys, so one of the people doesn't have access to everything. So they get the picture, they get the point. And if you have people that cover up cameras, or people that are trying to avoid the cameras, those are the people you need to get rid of. Anyway, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews. Keep your shop locked up, keep your fuel locked up. You can't trust people these days, so the more security you have, the more cameras you have, the better off you're gonna be. So anyway, I'll leave a link in the description, and if you guys have older trucks, don't worry. Even older trucks, you can get locking gas caps for. It doesn't matter how old they are, you just gotta look a little bit harder. So there's abilities to lock almost any type of gas cap. You can also fabricate stuff and lock up the whole compartment. Like I lock up my, I have a pony motor on my bucket truck. I put a couple hasps on there so I can put padlocks on my, where you can access the pony motor. So basically they have to cut locks, or it makes it very hard for them to easily get into my compartments where my engines are. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, crush the like button, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, and be safe out there. God bless.